Hey guys, so today I wanted to share 10 different drugstore makeup products that I've been reaching for over high-end makeup products. For some of these, I have a very specific high-end makeup product in mind that I've replaced with the drugstore alternative, and then some of these drugstore products are just so good, I can't stop using them. So everything is under $10 with the exception of one product, and I'm going to apply everything on camera so you can see how it looks and wears, and I'm just excited to talk about these. I've had a few of these in my collection, but I think the majority of them are a little bit newer to me, so I can't wait to share them with you in today's video. So the first product I want to mention is something that is a very hyped up product that I'm actually late to the game in trying. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. I finally tried this out and I wish that I had tried it sooner because it works so well to lock your makeup into place. For some reason, makeup primers that are kind of described as like gripping primers or things that are meant to kind of like lock your makeup into place intimidate me a little bit because I always feel like when I apply foundation on top, it's not going to go on super smoothly, but that's not the case with this one. Foundation wears so nicely on top of this, and my foundation stays in place so much longer when I'm using it on top of this primer. It's a super lightweight, almost like liquidy texture that just glides on the skin. It feels really hydrating, really smoothing, and then when I apply my foundation, it does not move. It works so well. So I had tried the e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer, which I really like, and I think they're similar, but I do think that this one locks my makeup into place a little bit better, and I think the Mint Melt Primer is maybe slightly more hydrating. But I do think they serve a similar purpose. For now, I'm really enjoying this one. It's just very lightweight. It doesn't feel too thick or heavy or too sticky on my skin, but it really does extend the wear of my foundation. So if you're like me and you're late to the game in trying this one, definitely pick it up. It works so well. It does have a very strong watermelon scent, which I personally enjoy, but if you are sensitive to scents, keep that in mind because you'll probably smell this once it's on the skin. So I recently picked up the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation, and I have the shade Bisque. It's maybe slightly too yellow for me, so just keep that in mind as I'm applying it on camera, but this is such a good alternative to the Fenty Pro Matte Foundation. If you found that the Fenty foundation was maybe a little bit too much for you, maybe it was too heavy or the coverage was a little bit too intense, this will be such a good alternative because this one has really nice coverage. It's definitely more of a medium to full coverage foundation. You can build it up, but because it is more of a thin, lightweight texture, it doesn't feel super heavy on the skin and it doesn't look heavy. It gives your skin a really nice matte finish and it stays in place really well throughout the day. This foundation combined with this primer has been like my perfect combination lately, but I love the texture of this one. I love the fact that it's mattifying and long wearing. So if you have oily skin, I definitely think you guys will enjoy this one if you haven't tried it already. I love LA Girl. They're quickly becoming one of my favorite brands, so everything that I try has just been such a hit for me, including this foundation. I've also been loving the J.Cat Beauty Staysurance Water Sealed Zero Smudge Concealer. So I have the shade Custard. This shade is just a little bit too light for me, but again, I'll apply it on camera. It works. I can usually just kind of blend it out and it looks okay. This is such a good option if you're looking for a hydrating concealer. I've tried quite a few hydrating concealers over the years, but the issue for me is that a lot of them crease almost instantly. Or if they don't crease instantly, they break down on me really quickly. That's not the case with this one. I like this one. I would say it's more of a medium coverage concealer. When I blend it out, it looks a little bit lighter on the skin. So it is a good option if you do like more of like a light to medium formula rather than a super full coverage concealer. But again, it feels really hydrating on the skin. It blends out easily. You just need a small amount because a little bit goes a really long way with this formula. And it just feels good on the skin. If you deal with a lot of dryness or texture under your eyes, then I think you'll like this formula because it's very forgiving, very smoothing. You do have to kind of set it into place because if you have fine lines like I do, it will start to settle pretty quickly. But once you set it into place, it stays in place well throughout the day. And it really has been such a nice everyday option when I want more of a hydrating formula compared to a mattifying formula. So this year I've really been getting into cream cheek products, which is really surprising for me because I never thought that I would like them as much as I do. But what I've noticed is there are cream formulas that are a little bit thicker that stay in place really well, and then there are cream formulas that are a little bit thinner that blend out really easily, that look a little bit more natural on the skin. So if I'm doing more of a full coverage look, I do prefer a formula like the Makeup by Mario sculpting sticks or the Tower 28 blushes that stay in place all day long and don't move. Both of those formulas tend to be really pigmented as well, so a little bit goes a long way, but for me, sometimes I have trouble blending them out because they are so intense. So for everyday wear, I've actually been reaching for this quad over those formulas. This is the e.l.f. Electric Mood Pity Zion Quad. So this comes with a bronzer, a highlighter, and 2 blushes. This formula is so perfect for everyday wear. If you're intimidated by cream products and you just don't know where to start, this is such a great option because it is a very lightweight, creamy, smooth formula. So it blends out in seconds. You can go in with a light hand for a very soft layer or build it up for more of an intense application, but it's very easy to work with because it is so buildable and so blendable. You can use your brush, a finger, or a sponge. I've used all 3 methods and I really like how this looks on the skin. So again, if you're looking for more of a lightweight formula, if you're intimidated by like the super long wearing cream products that are a little bit more difficult to blend out, then definitely try this one. I wouldn't say it has the longevity or the same longevity that the Tower 28 blushes do or the Makeup by Mario sculpting stick, but for everyday wear, I think I prefer just like a softer, lighter, blendable formula compared to that super intense long wearing formula. One of my favorite powders lately has been the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Mattifying Powder. This one is a really nice option when you want your skin to stay matte all day long. Now, as we head into the fall season, I might reach for something not quite as mattifying on an everyday basis, but on days where I don't want my makeup to move, if it's super hot out or my skin is just extra oily, this really does come in handy. I have the shade Light. It does come in quite a few shades, which is nice. It has a little bit of coverage, which I also think is nice because it's not completely translucent on the skin. There are days where I'm wearing more of like a light to medium coverage foundation, and I just feel like my skin could use just something extra, and that's when I'll use this product. Not only does it mattify my skin, but it also looks really smooth on the skin as well. Typically, I'll go in with a damp beauty sponge and just kind of press it into my skin, especially in my T-zone. But if you use a large fluffy brush, you also just get like a very light dusting of a smoothing powder, and it looks really nice on the skin as well. I think this retails for like $8. It's super inexpensive, and it works so well. If you have dry skin, I would skip over this because it is pretty mattifying, but if you have oily skin, it's such a great option. There are a few products from Essence that I've definitely been reaching for over high-end products lately. The first one would be this eyeshadow palette formula in general. I actually picked up a few more of these. These are the Essence, I don't know if they actually have an official name. They're the 6-pan eyeshadow palettes that retail for $4. They do have 6 different options. The one I'm going to mention in today's video is called Bronzed This Way. I feel like this is the perfect palette for everyday looks. I think it's such a great option for the fall season. The shadows are just blendable, smooth, so easy to work with, and it just simplifies your eye makeup routine. Sometimes there are days where I just don't want to take the time to do like a full intense eyeshadow look, and that's why this comes in handy. It's super blendable, really easy to work with, and it just makes it very simple. All of the eyeshadows coordinate so nicely together, so typically I'll take like 2 or 3 shadows and create a very quick and simple look, and this comes in handy. There are really beautiful options like a blue one, a purple one, a green one, but for everyday looks, I do really love Bronze This Way. I've been using it quite a bit lately. I recently tried the Essence Waterproof Eyeliner Pen again. I think that I had tried this in the past, but I'm not typically the biggest fan of felt tip liners. I do usually prefer a brush tip liner, but I can't stop reaching for this one. I've actually been reaching for it over the Urban Decay Perversion Liquid Liner, which is like my go-to. This just stays in place so well. I'm wearing it today while I'm filming this video. I'll use it in the close-up shot as well. It's super intense, really dramatic and black, but it also stays in place so well. And I find that you just have really good precision when you use this product. Because it is a felt tip liner, it's not quite as flexible as a brush tip, and sometimes when I'm using a brush tip, I'll mess my winged liner up. But when I'm using this, I feel like I get it right every single time. So I don't know, maybe I'm falling back in love with felt tip liners. I feel like in the past when I've tried them, they've been a little bit dry and they just didn't glide over my eyelid like a brush tip. But this one applies so nicely. I can't stop using it. I literally use it every single day, and it just helps me create like a super, what's the word? Just like a super precise wing. It's so good. I can't get enough of it. So if you are a fan of felt tip liners or you want more of a precise application and an eyeliner that stays in place well, I definitely recommend checking this one out. It's only a few dollars. Last product from Essence. This has definitely been my go-to mascara. I was using the Bite Beauty Upswing every single day until I got this one, and now I can't stop using this one. It is the Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara. I know that I've talked about this a lot on my channel, but when I'm telling you that this has replaced like all of my high-end mascaras, I'm not even kidding. It just builds so well. And not only has this replaced my high-end mascaras, I feel like it's replaced the need for me to want to wear eyelashes as much. On days where I'm doing a really dramatic look, I will wear super dramatic lashes because I feel like it just goes. But for a while, I was wearing the Ardell Demi Wispy lashes fairly often because they're a little bit more natural on the eyes. But honestly, when I use this mascara, I feel like I get enough drama that I don't even want to take the time to apply the Ardell lashes. It really is such a good mascara. It builds well, it looks super dramatic and intense on the lashes, and I can't get enough of it. I think it might possibly be like my new #1 mascara. I don't know if I'll find another replacement for it because it just gives me everything that I want. I feel like one of the things that I get asked about the most is which eyeliners do I recommend for the waterline that stay in place well? And one of my favorite eyeliners, really my go-to formula for the past few years, has been the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I still love those. I have a bunch of them. I think they do a really good job with their colors, but I also like the fact that they are so smooth and creamy. But I have to say there are so many great options at the drugstore, and lately I've been reaching for both of these formulas over my Urban Decay liners. Now I don't have quite as many shades in either one of these formulas as I do Urban Decay, which is why I do still use those quite a bit, but I think these are slowly going to be replacing my Urban Decay liners because they're so good. In fact, I think they're actually better. So if you are looking for a smooth, creamy pencil, I definitely recommend the LA Girl Shockwave Metallic Liners. So I have some really pretty jewel tones, but I just recently got this color Lullaby, which is a really pretty, almost like pearly white. This is so perfect on the waterline because it just brightens up your eyes. And I like that this has a nice metallic sheen because I feel like it adds that hint of shimmer, but it's almost a little bit unexpected. I used to wear nude eyeliners on my waterline all the time. I'm wearing one today. It's not this one because I couldn't find it when I was doing my makeup, but I've actually been using this one a lot, especially for day-to-day wear when I have a very simple eye look because it just opens up my eyes, and these glide on so easily. These do dry down and stay in place really well, but I think the other eyeliner formula is a little bit more long wearing. These are the NYX Epic Wear liner sticks. Whenever I swatch these dry down and they're actually so hard to remove. So these stay on the waterline so well. In fact, they're probably the most long wearing eyeliners that I've tried, with maybe the exception of the Too Faced Killer liners because those stay in place all day. But I like these because they have more of a metallic sheen. I think they also have matte options as well. Well, actually the white one that I have is matte, and I think the blue one's matte as well. But these work extremely well. I actually think they're better than the Urban Decay liners, and I think they're like $8. So to be honest with you, I don't think I'll be buying another Urban Decay liner anytime soon unless they're on sale or if there's a color I really want. But NYX has a pretty good color selection, and NYX is always on sale on Ulta's website, so you can get them for way less than $8. Typically they do like buy one get one half off, or I've even seen like 40% off all of NYX before. So definitely try these out if you're looking for a long wearing eyeliner. And again, super affordable, really great color selection. That's everything I wanted to share with you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope today's video was helpful. If you guys are new to my channel, I actually film a lot of drugstore related videos. So I'll link a couple of my other ones on the screen for you. But otherwise, I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.